You're tuning into Black and White Sports on YouTube. The no-holds-barred truth on sports. The main event starts.
All right, Black and White Sports supporters. Well, this is interesting. Sophie Cunningham has come out in her podcast and made some comments about Dewanna Bonner. Now, you guys know that she made some comments, I believe it was last week, and then they played the Phoenix Mercury, and they got the doors blown off of them by 35 points. And it was one of the games I've been most critical about with Stephanie White, because I said, if she did not use that situation involving Dewanna Bonner shooting a deuce and quitting on the Indiana Fever as motivation for that team, for the Fever to get angry, get motivated, get pumped, as well as Sophie Cunningham's homecoming, then that as a coach is a problem. All right? Because we're finding out now from more comments from Sophie, the Phoenix Mercury wasn't happy about Sophie Cunningham's comments, and they obviously used that as motivation against the Fever. Well, Stephanie White, you got to do what you got to do. Your friendship with Alyssa Thomas and Dewanna Bonner, look, that caused a problem in the offseason by signing her. That drama right there. That's the thing we don't talk about. Well, the front office did it. Do you really think the Fever front office signed Dewanna Bonner without Stephanie White being all up in that crap? You've got to be kidding me. So she takes an L in part because of that. From me, anyway. That's just point blank. So let's go back here. I want to set this up. This is what this is what Sophie Cunningham said on her podcast, the Show Me Something podcast. Go subscribe. She said about Dewanna Bonner leaving the Fever, and then we'll get to her comments from yesterday.
I like DB because like DB was one of my vets when I was in Phoenix, and then we gathered here into Indiana, and like it was kind of a surprise that she was signed to Indiana anyway, and so we'll take her in a heartbeat. Like she's a Hall of Famer, she's a hell of a basketball player, can score from anywhere on the court. But she got to Indiana and she just like really wasn't happy. And like, I want people to be happy. So that's why I'm kind of like neutral on this one, which a lot of people are surprised about. She's towards the end of her career. So like she deserves her flowers. She deserves to be happy. But I also think that if you're going to leave, like you're going to have to expect getting booed. Like,
was there explanation when it happened? No, not even privately. Yeah. I mean, okay. That's tough. And yeah. Okay. Well, I did say what? Unless you leave on some fuck you type shit, and that's what that is, so.
Yeah.
And it's family, I guess, but, like, you gotta get, I mean, sometimes if you're doing things that inconvenience other people, but they're better for you, you have to do it, but let someone know.
But I think there's
sorry, say what you're doing.
Yes, I think I'm right there with you. I think, like I'm still rooting for her. Like, I want her to end her career and be happy. But I also think that, like, it's okay to be professional about it and, like, send a text to your teammates. Send a text and be like, hey, like, love you guys. Or you don't even have to say love you guys. Just like, hey, sorry this didn't work out. Good luck. Da-da-da-da. You know what I mean? Like, there's a way to handle that, I think.
And because the Indiana Fever fan base had Dewanna Bonner's back, well, we thought she was off dealing with some kind of personal issue, a medical issue, a relative that was on their deathbed. We thought a relative or something was on their deathbed. Nah, she trying to get out of town. Go play with Alyssa Thomas. Well, and look, Sophie made these comments. She was very open about the fact, hey, I like Dewanna Bonner, blah, blah, blah. You think that matters to them? Nah, of course not. Of course not. So, Sophie has come out and said the following.
Well, I do. I think that, like, our teams don't really like each other anyway, just because of, like, I don't know, just kind of like her leaving. Some of those players used to be under our coaching staff. And so there's just like a lot there. But yeah, I could have been way meaner, right? Like I told her, like, she didn't listen to the whole clip. She just saw the thing about, like, she could have handled it more professional, which, like, honestly, everyone that's talked to me besides their team has, like, yeah, she could have. And so it's like, duh. But that team's just drama to me. I don't know. But I don't know. I went home and I started like hitting some threes. And I was talking all shit. Oh God, it felt so good. I know we lost by 30, but I still got light off.
Okay, so she was talking about the fact she went home shooting some threes, pissed off that they lost. Honestly, I'm going to keep it real. Sophie probably wouldn't like this much. Sophie looked like the only player on the team that had motivation that night at all, which is crazy to me. It's crazy to me that the coach wouldn't have been in that locker room junkyard dogging Dewanna Bonner, her departure. Sophie's coming back. And you heard what she said. Phoenix Mercury, nothing but a bunch of drama. Bunch of drama. And other players in the league agreed with what Sophie said about how that was handled. It was unprofessional. Didn't say F you to the fan base, kiss my ass, thank you, nothing. Look, a professional athlete, after they've been in a city, when they go to leave, they usually say something like, hey, appreciate the fan base, blah, blah, blah. It didn't work out. This is best for me. Because honestly, I wouldn't have had a problem with Dewanna Bonner wanting to go somewhere else just because she had reduced minutes with the fever. It wasn't working. All right? It wasn't working. So her wanting to go somewhere else was one thing. Then when you reveal that, okay, well, she guess what? Didn't want to go to any other teams. Oh, boy. Okay, so, and then we find out where she really wants to go. And it's like, okay, so once again, in this league, it's something that's got nothing to do with basketball. It's a personal relationship, agenda, blah, blah, blah. And I still believe, and you will not convince me otherwise, Stephanie White's all up in the middle of that shit. I think, still, right now, present day. That's my opinion. All right, that's my opinion, but they'd be at a hee-hee and a ha-ha and all that crap together. Not cool. And so we're finding out. So Sophie made those comments, and the Phoenix Mercury did what it took. It fired that team up, and they destroyed the Indiana Fever. I could not believe how badly that game went. Look, they lost last night, 81-80. An 81-80 loss to the Phoenix Mercury in Phoenix, that would be understandable. All right? That would be a loss that I'd be like, yeah, they played tough, blah, 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 blah. I'm going to give you credit. A 35-point drumming with the talent on this team? No. So that's crazy. And by the way, Dewanna Bonner's fans are already, right now, getting real ugly out there with Sophie Cunningham. In fact, I'll just show you this right here. I mean, you got this moron right here. Don't mention Dewanna Bonner again, you fucking freak. At Sophie Cunningham. I mean, this league and those fans are wild. It's crazy. It really is. You cannot lose that game. You cannot lose that game. That showing, you at least can't lose it in the manner that they lost it. And Dewanna Bonner's pissed because what Sophie Cunningham. Yeah, we're pissed you just drug up and quit and didn't say kiss our ass or nothing to the fan base. We're pissed at you, Dewanna Bonner, so there you go. That was so unprofessional. It was one of the most Bush League damn moves I've ever seen in the 45 years of watching sports. I mean, seriously, you want to talk about a lack of class, that was classless. Peace, I'm out. Till next time.
Thanks for watching the show. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Be sure to tune in next time on Black and White Sports.